Alright, welcome back everyone. So what I'm doing today is actually I'm recoating the glass on my Grand Prix. I've actually already done the front glass. I gotta have to see if my application video came out from Glassparency because I actually bought a windshield kit from I got it off of VinWiki or whatever I think it's their channel, where they had a link to where you could pick up a one glass front glass windshield kit, basically to do enough for one windshield. Pretty straightforward application. I'm hearing it doesn't last that long. I'm hearing like 3 to 4 months, and then you have to reapply the maintenance product on there. So we'll try, because I mean it doesn't really rain here, and this should last a long time here. But as far as the rest of the glass, I had Adam's spray coating on the sides and on the back. I wasn't too happy with it, and it doesn't have the best self clean effect. You can tell by my test spot up here. And so what I ended up doing, let me get this towel out of the way. What I ended up doing is look at Glassparency, pretty slick. But I ended up putting that around it, so I ended up just taking the polishing the side of the glass. I clayed the back glass just in case, but the sides I'm not going to do it. I just hit the sides with the McKee's 37 high glass restore, good stuff. And I just use one of these little hand applicators. This is a cutting pad, so it should cut through there. I've actually already coated half of this glass. I don't know if it's as slick as that. Again, it depends on the slope. No, not yet. I have to wait till the Adams cures on there. But as far as your rear glass and your side glass, you can actually use the same paint coating that you're using on your paint. The reason for that is because these areas are not going to see abrasion unless you have a wiper on your back hatch. You're not going to be able to use that. You're going to have to use a dedicated glass coating because they handle abrasion better. But what I want to show is, because I actually coated half of this, is I have the Adams UV light. You can't tell with glass where it's at. Maybe I can, because I stopped right around here, but I can't really tell because the light's washed out. And again, this is tinted glass, so this thing's pretty much worthless on glass, because even if I hit it here on the sides, you're gonna see right through it. So unfortunately for that purpose it's not really good, but for the other purposes it works just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some more and this dropper's has a pretty large opening, so it tends to distribute a little bit more product than some of these other coating bottles. So I put some on here. We'll start out here, and I'm just following the lines of the and then you just do your crosshatch pattern. And I probably went a little bit more than what I should, and what I mean by that is in the vicinity over there. So I'm going to go ahead and reload this, because I don't think I have enough product on here. Maybe I do. You can actually see how the rainbow effect comes into play with the Adams paint coating. Let me just put a little bit more, because I feel it dragging. And I'm just going to do that one little spot right there. Should be enough. I could probably just get that piece here. Maybe not. Yeah, it's good enough. So again, you just want a nice even coat. And like I said, since you can't use the light, it's not a big deal. As long as you do your crosshatch pattern, you're good to go. So let me just go ahead and put the cap on here so I don't spill it. And let that, and I'm using a repurposed pearl weave towel from the Rag Company, and I'm actually going to use a Kirkland towel to follow up. Don't really put these on the paint, so I'm going to stack them up against another towel. So you can actually see the rainbow effect on here. At least I think you can. There you go. And so as this product's starting to flash off, I can actually wipe it off right now. I'm going to let it sit for another few seconds here. But it looks pretty cool. This is telling you that's ready to go. See, it's still a little wet, just based on it. But you want to wipe it off when it's like 80% flashed off here. But at this point, it's ready to be wiped off. So just take the Pro Weave. I actually fold it into like eighths to give me better control. And in this towel, I'm just using this to lightly level out the coating. I'm not wiping it off completely. Just leveling it out. But that's what the second towel will be for. But this should be a good demonstration of the Adams coating. So I'm just going to go over it one time like this. Don't put your towel back on there, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it on this thing here. Grab this Kirkland towel. Again, you don't need to use your fancy towels for this glass because you're not going to scratch it. So you can actually see that there's still product on here. So if I just left it like that, there'd be a lot of high spots. Again, just wipe. I can see where I left off. Just wipe off area, and again, you're not buffing that hard. You're just eliminating high spots. And get your edges, because that's where you're probably going to have lots of product. And it's really that simple. So if you want to just coat your glass, at least on the ones that don't see abrasion, just use the same coating that you're using for your paint. Or at least I'm going to flip this over. On the front glass, and if you have a rear hatch that has a wiper, go ahead and use a dedicated glass coating because those will handle abrasion better. And that's really all there is to it. So let me just go ahead and knock out the other side on the sides, and then we'll call it done. So really that's it. I'll just clean up my edges here. Really that's it. That's all there is to coating glass. It's not too difficult. I'm doing everything by hand. You can do it by machine, but again, this Adams spray coating is not that durable, so I'm able to just do everything by hand. It just takes a little bit more effort, but it's not a big deal. I'm not really driving to work on a daily basis just yet. But that's it. I can show you guys the process of how to I use that McKee, so we can do that too. So I guess this could be the part 2 to that video. On the sides, I may try some other coatings that I have left over, kind of compare them and see how they hold up over time, but I may just use that Adams coating as well. Alright, so I'll show you that process and we'll be right back.